friends. I hope you guys are all doing well. I figured I would start off the vlog today with I actually need to run to Dollar Tree first thing this morning just to pick up a few things. If you guys remember, I did like the No Buy July, and in that I was talking about like different hobbies that I had discovered that I actually really enjoy. One of them was word searches, and I actually used up every single word search book that I own, so I need to restock on those and then just pick up a few odds and ends. It's funny, this is the first time I'm actually like buying anything other than like food or household items since the No Buy July, and that has actually gone so well. Even since then, you know, like I said, I haven't bought anything, and it honestly, being oh my goodness, cannot speak. Being intentional about my purchases has actually been really good. Now, that might sound super obvious to some people, but for me, like I am the type of person I used to, and you know, probably still would at some point, I would just shop for the sake of shopping, just for like kind of that adrenaline rush. And I have really enjoyed using what I have and just using up things that I have and actually seeing things depleted, because I feel like when you have, or at least for me, this is just me, this is not like, you know, casting judgment or saying that this is the right way or the only way or whatever. But for me, I feel like when I'm surrounded by a lot of stuff, especially when it's stuff that I don't truly use, it's just like all this like chaos and noise. Whereas now I'm not bringing in a bunch of things. So I'm very clear on what I actually have. And I'm starting to really find what is it that I truly use and what is it that I truly want to continue using. There's a lot of stuff that I have that I will probably just use up and never repurchase. And there are some things that honestly, like I almost like dread having to use it, which tells you something. And I didn't really realize that until I pulled back, stopped shopping, and started being super intentional about it. But anyway, so we're going to go to Dollar Tree today, pick up a few things, and then I need to do my meal plan for the weekend. So that I've got a few other projects that I'm working on. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do today. I really want to clean out our medicine cabinet just to kind of see what's expired, what I need to restock before cold and flu season, because that is just around the corner, you guys. So there's that. We have an upstairs linen closet that is just mass chaos, and I know I can't tackle the entire closet today, but I thought maybe if I could just do like one shelf, that's a possibility. I also have been working on like an autumn bucket list, so I'd kind of like to work on that a little bit. I'm in the mood to bake a little bit, so I'm not 100% sure what all we're gonna do today, but I promise we'll do some good stuff. So if you guys are interested, stick around and join me for the day. Okay, you guys, so I am back from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to show you guys what I got. It was not as fun as I thought it was going to be. I honestly, like, I had no, you know, I knew that there was a couple things I needed to get. Other than that, I was kind of leaving it open, and I was like thinking, if I see something that's really cool, you know, I'm obviously going to allow myself to get it. I only got what was on my list. I just feel like Dollar Tree isn't as good as it used to be. And I've heard other people say that they think it's better now. When I did my candle video, I know some of you commented in the comments and you agreed with me that like the Dollar Tree candles are just not what they used to be. Plus with the price increase, they're like almost not even worth it. But comment down below, even like the decor and stuff. Then again, I will say this, like, there was no Halloween decor whatsoever yet at my Dollar Tree. It's still just like a little bit of autumn, and there's still a little bit of back to school supplies. So maybe that was part of it. But I don't even, like, I don't know. I don't walk in there and get that like super excitement that I used to get, you know, like 4 or 5 years ago. So comment down below and let me know if you feel the same way. Like, I don't know. I just feel like Dollar Tree just isn't as good as it used to be. But anyway, I'll show you the boring things that I did get. I got a trash can. This is just for my husband. He needed a small trash can for his truck at work. So hopefully this is going to work, because this is literally the only one that they had. And then other than that, you guys, I only stocked up on word search books, which I did get a whole bunch. I think I got 8. Um, so there's 3 different of these are the large print word searches. So there's this one, and this one, and this one. Okay, so that was all of that kind, like that brand or whatever. And then I got 2, or this is also large print, great big word finds. So this one, and this one, and this one. And then the last one is a hidden messages word find. So that one, so how many is that? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, 8 word search books. That should keep me busy for quite some time. But yeah, I don't know. I was kind of disappointed. I even looked through like the snack stuff, and you guys, here's the funny thing. I actually had one thing in my hand, and then I was just like, for the amount that you get in it, I'm like, I can get this at Walmart for a better deal. So I ended up putting it back. So I don't know. It was kind of a bummer of a trip. Not a bummer of a trip. I shouldn't say that. I mean, I still, obviously, it was great to get out, whatever. It was fun to look around. But yeah, I just didn't really see anything that I was super excited about. So that was kind of a flop. But let's move on with the day. So I decided to sit down and start working on my meal plan. And it's just basically going from tomorrow, which you guys are probably seeing this vlog on Thursday, which means that's when this is starting. And then just kind of going through the weekend. I honestly, like, I put it on the list to go till Tuesday, but I don't even really need to do that because I probably will go to the store on Tuesday. So technically I only need it to go through Monday, but I'm just kind of sitting and going through. And this is like the mess that I deal with every time I meal plan. Most of my recipes are not in like a book or anything. They're just like printed out papers that I keep like in folders and stuff. So I really, really need to get organized with those. And that is actually one of my goals for this year, is to get all of my recipes that are like tried and true into a notebook and like binder type thing. So it's just easier to find things. But that's kind of what I'm working on right now. I actually did print out some new recipes off of Pinterest to try for this autumn. So I'm going to kind of go through those and go through some of the tried and true and see if I can come up with a meal plan for the weekend. So I finished up the meal plan, so I'll show you guys. So for Thursday, we're doing ultimate chicken salads, which is basically like a green salad, and then you bake chicken breasts and like slice them on a diagonal so that they're into strips. And then you have like basically a chicken salad with all of the extras like hard-boiled egg, shredded cheddar cheese, all the good stuff. So that's what we're having for Thursday. For Friday, I'm going to do rigatoni and garlic bread. And the reason I'm going to do that is because Saturday we have a bunch of running around we have to do in the morning. So I figured if I do the rigatoni and garlic bread, that'll give us leftovers. So then we can have the leftovers for lunch on Saturday. And then Saturday evening, I'm going to do oven burgers, which is basically like you bake like a big, it's like 2 pounds of ground beef. You bake it in the oven in a 13 by 9 pan, and then you cut it into little squares. It's supposed to be like a copycat for, I want to say Rally's. I've never been to Rally's, so I don't know. I think it's Rally's though. It's whatever the place is where they're almost like little sliders and they've got minced onion and they're cut into squares. Basically, that's what it is. So that's what we're going to do for dinner on Saturday. On Sunday, I'm going to do kind of like a brunch. So we're going to do eggs and toast, which I may do actually like creamed eggs on toast, which has been when you hard boil eggs and chop them up, and you make like a white gravy and put them in. You stir the hard-boiled egg chunks into the white gravy, add a bunch of pepper, and then serve it over toast. It's really, really good. And then Sunday dinner, we're doing meatball subs. And then Monday is going to be chicken and mushroom stroganoff. And then also to kind of go along with like all of these, as far as like vegetables, I have tons of like frozen broccoli that I could do. There's like I have peas, I have corn, I mean we have tons and tons of like vegetables that I need to start working through. So just basically whatever sounds good that day is what I'll kind of do to go along with all of these. And then as far as extras go, I do have the stuff to make a corn and potato chowder in case I just wanted to um do like a soup or something to go as like a with something, or if I wanted to switch out the eggs and toast or something like that and do the corn and potato chowder for lunch or something. That way I have that option. And then also if I feel like baking, I have not done chocolate chip cookies in quite some time, so I would probably do that. I'm keeping it very, very basic this weekend just because we do have a lot going on. Hopefully, next week is when I can start getting into some of these recipes that I printed out because, oh my goodness, they sound amazing. Like some of these, like these ones are dessert, the soft and chewy pumpkin oatmeal cookies. Oh my goodness. Let me see if I can find, let's see, I think all these top ones, yeah, are desserts. A Buckeye dip, because see, I want to do some tailgate foods too, because college football will be starting. Okay, creamy lentils and shells, so that sounds really good. Garlic Parmesan mac and cheese. Oh, these are muffins. Let's see. I know there was quite a few of those. Let me see if I can find more of the main dishes. Okay, yeah, like shepherd's pie soup. Texas trash, which is warm bean dip. That's another tailgate recipe that I want to try. Crock-pot broccoli cheese casserole. That sounds good. Bacon double cheese burger dip. That's another tailgate recipe. Chicken noodle casserole. What's this? Easy apple coffee cake. Yeah, that sounds good. Pumpkin coffee cake. Pumpkin spice crumb cake. Apple cinnamon oatmeal cookies. Let's see. Oh, yeah, here's some more pasta fajoule, bean and bacon soup, 10-minute cream cheese pasta. Yeah, guys, I've got like all these recipes that I want to try. Like, and I mean, obviously, like I told you guys, like there's all these back here that I printed out. And some of them, like you couldn't print out, so I just wrote them out. But like I told you guys, I have so many more recipes too that are on Pinterest that I could print out that I haven't yet. So definitely looking forward to diving into those and starting to kind of do the autumn and cooler weather type of foods. Okay, so it is around 10:34 right now, and I am needing a little bit of a caffeine fix. I have barely had caffeine, you guys. Well, I gave up caffeine 100%. Let's see, it was like the last week of April, just because of so many things that were going on, and like with my stomach and just other health things. So I gave up caffeine completely. And then about 2 weeks ago, I had a cup of coffee. And actually, it was about 3 weeks ago. I had a cup of coffee and I thought I was going to die. I've never had such bad stomach cramps in my life. So I'm starting to think that maybe I had an ulcer or something. So I haven't had any coffee since then. So it's literally just been that one cup since the last week of April. But I did try some black tea about a week ago and it went fine. So, and I've been drinking like herbal tea and everything like through the whole journey. So that I haven't cut back on. It's just been the caffeinated stuff. So anyway, I have a headache right now. I need a little bit of a caffeine boost. So I'm going to have some tea. And this is the Celestial Seasonings Sweet Harvest Pumpkin Black Tea. Look at that picture. I mean, come on. And this one, let's see. It is black tea, cinnamon, ginger, roasted chicory, natural pumpkin flavor, cloves, nutmeg, and pumpkin. So I don't have my autumn mugs out yet. So I'm just going to have it in this mug. But it smells like autumn. Oh my goodness. Like this smells so, so good. So hopefully this goes well. Like I said, I'm trying to like reintroduce some things. My stomach is definitely doing a lot better, and I've been on some medication, and as far as like what I'm able to eat now, I'm pretty much back to like where I was as far as being able to eat pretty much anything at this point, which is really, really good, because before it was like really bad. I literally lost 20 pounds in 2 months because I couldn't eat anything. It was like so bad. I'm back to being able to eat pretty much whatever. I'm feeling a lot better, but I'm still proceeding with caution with the caffeine, just because like when I had that coffee, oh my gosh. And I've been a coffee drinker, since I was like late teens. So it's not like coffee has always bothered me. It's just that was like brand new. So I still want to try coffee though. Oh gosh, especially like pumpkin spice lattes and stuff when they come out. Oh my gosh. So I am going to try coffee again, probably in a couple weeks, and see where I'm at. But I've never had an ulcer before, I don't think. Not that I can remember, like, unless it was like an undiagnosed thing. But that's the only thing that I can think of, because you know how coffee is super acidic. The feeling that I had in my stomach after drinking that, it felt like I had like a muscle cramp in my stomach. But you know how like sometimes when you have cramps, like it'll come and go? This was just a constant like cramp. Like it would not go away, and it lasted for like hours. It was bad. Like I was on the couch with like a heating pad, like trying to make it stop. I was drinking like a bunch of water, just trying to flush everything out. So unless it was something else from that day, because I don't remember what I ate that day, but I know we were out and about a lot. So I don't know. I mean, at that point, my stomach was still kind of, it definitely wasn't like as good as it is now. So I'm not really sure. But I'm such a coffee and a tea lover. So I really, really hope that at some point, my stomach gets back to the point where I can drink those things. And I know it may have to be in moderation. Like I may not be able to be downing, cups and cups of coffee a day. But to be able to have, a cup like of coffee a couple times a week is really all I'm like hoping for. So we'll see if I can get there. But for now, I am going to go and enjoy this and see if I can get rid of this headache, and then we'll see where we're at that point and start something else. Hey you guys, so I thought I was gonna do working on that linen closet. Oh my gosh, but you guys, I just walked upstairs and just opened the door and looked in, and like I just don't have the energy for it today. So I changed my mind. So what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna make some muffins, just like a quick mixed muffin. And then I think I'm gonna start working on not start working on my autumn bucket list. I've been working on my autumn bucket list for like a couple of days, but I think I'm gonna continue working on my autumn bucket list. Plus, I think that'll be more fun for you guys anyway, to kind of give you guys some ideas. So I'm gonna go ahead and make the muffins, and then we'll sit down and I'll show you my bucket list. Okay, so I have those in the oven. While those are baking, I'm gonna show you guys. Basically what this is, I said like autumn ideas up here. What I'm doing is I have like I have a couple of autumn Pinterest boards, and on one of them, I have pinned a ton of different like bucket list ideas. So what I'm doing is going through all of those, and it's basically I'm writing them down on paper, because I'm very much like a visual person, and I like to have it like a hard copy. I am not somebody who keeps stuff online. You know what I mean? Like I don't keep a journal online. I don't make lists on my phone. I'm not that. I like things on paper. So basically, as I go through all of the bucket lists on my Pinterest pages, I'm writing them down, and then I'm able to kind of delete those pins, which is nice, because remember I told you guys I'm trying to like work through and declutter my Pinterest boards. So this is helping with that. And obviously like there's 4 pages here Okay, so obviously I'm not planning to do all of these, and a lot of these things are even things that I know that realistically right now are not even doable for me, but it may be something that maybe in 5 years I will be able to do. So basically anything on the bucket list that I'm finding that have like I have any interest whatsoever, I'm writing it down. And then once I have all the ideas written down, I'll go through and pick a handful that I actually want to focus on for this year. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go through these and just read them off to you guys. Maybe it'll give you guys some ideas so that you can make your own bucket list. And then what I want you guys to do is give me some ideas down in the comments of, you know, things that maybe I don't have on my list that you think are like interesting. And then, yeah, that's probably, we'll end the video with this. So, okay, so here we go. Play a board game, build a puzzle, bake bread from scratch, eat outside, take autumn pictures, get an autumn wreath and porch decor, go for a walk in the woods, go to the park, go to the lake, etc. Buy autumn stationery and stickers, hoodies and sweaters, make soup, chili, and stew, listen to autumn music, have a movie marathon, light candles every day, have a pumpkin spice latte, drink chai tea, journal and scrapbook, have a potluck get together, smell the crisp air. That one is an easy one, and it's funny because every single year I'm very conscious of this. You know, the day when you open the door and walk out of your house, and for the first time that year, you get that smell, and it's like there's a crispness to the air, and there's just a smell, and it just smells like autumn, and it seems like it'll just hit. Do you know what I mean? Like one day you just walk out of the house and it's there, like that smell is there. So that's another one, just to be very conscious of that. Make zucchini bread, buy some autumn coloring books, press autumn leaves, have a staycation or explore your own hometown, reorganize your spices and baking supplies, restock ingredients for hot beverages, so coffee, tea, cocoa. Make sure you get the marshmallows too for the cocoa. Pull autumn recipes. So go through and find ones that you've made in the past that are good, and also find some new ones. Switch out the decor. Switch out your wardrobe, your bedding, and your purse, which right now I'm not switching out. Like I can switch out my wardrobe to an extent, but I don't have like, I don't know, I wear like all of my clothes all the time, but I would love to get to a point where I do have like specific autumn clothes and like summer clothes and stuff like that, and actually switch them out. Same thing with bedding. Right now we just have like bedding that we have on the bed all year round, but eventually I would love to get to the point where I do switch out bedding. I've even seen where people switch out their drapes. They'll have lighter, you know, like airier type drapes for the spring and the summer, and then they have like the heavier ones, more rich colors for the fall and the winter. I would love to get to that point. Autumn fragrances, so perfume, candles, and wax melts. So just to start enjoying those, go to an apple orchard, make caramel apples, pull autumn books and make a reading list. Get cozy blankets, pumpkin bread, bonfires, slippers and fuzzy socks. Go thrifting or antiquing. Make an apple pie. Make applesauce. Go to a football game, tailgate, and wear team colors. Watch an autumn sunset. Candlelight dinner. Find new recipes for autumn, Halloween, and Thanksgiving. Boots and scarves. Go to a haunted house. Do a corn maze. Make s'mores. Go on a road trip or a fall foliage drive. Jeans and flannels, leggings and sweatshirts. Go on a coffee date. Make cinnamon rolls. Autumn pajamas and loungewear. Put together a sick kit and restock the medicine cabinet. Kiss in the rain. Go to a farmer's market. Enjoy all the autumn flavors at the grocery store, which I am actually super, super excited about. Sorry, you guys, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but there's sirens going by. Apple cider and donuts, the pumpkin patch, hayride, enjoy Oktoberfest, which is something I've never done because like I always thought of Oktoberfest as like being like a beer thing, and I don't drink beer. But there's so many German foods also that go along with Oktoberfest, and that really does interest me. So I kind of want to go through and find some recipes for like some traditional German foods and then, possibly enjoy Oktoberfest. Um, Try out some autumn charcuterie boards. Next page. Buy a new autumn lipstick and nail polish, which I don't really need to buy any right now. You guys know I'm kind of like on a low buy or whatever, and I do have some autumn lipstick and nail polish colors, but what I really want to do is pull those out so that I'm like intentional about using them. Roast a turkey or a chicken. Taste all the Halloween candy. Host a costume dinner party. We did that one time and it was such a blast, so I really, really want to do it again. Have a sip and paint party, which honestly, I know people will have like big sip and paint parties, but I think for that one, I think it would be really fun to just have like an at-home date night with like just my husband to do a sip and paint party. And then actually the next one is a date night at home. A weekend getaway to a cabin. Like that's one that I know is not realistic this year, but there's a cabin that my husband and I went to a couple years ago, and I would love to go back there during autumn at some point. Halloween socks. Have a 24-hour readathon. Autumn snack mixes. Send out autumn cards and friend mail. Add twinkle lights around the house. Visit a winery. Go to the zoo. Host Friendsgiving. Drink hot cocoa. Go on a graveyard tour haunted walk. For me, like not only would that be fun because it's like kind of spooky, but I'm also a history person, so that would be awesome to do like a graveyard tour. Start Christmas shopping. Start a new hobby. Make a scarecrow. Go to a bookstore. Enjoy grilled cheese and tomato soup. Watch a parade. Jump into a pile of leaves. Have a baked potato bar. Have you guys ever done that where you make baked potatoes and then just have like tons of different toppings and like options? Like you can do like a taco type gravy, you can do like a beef type gravy, you can do like a chicken type gravy, and then people can just make their own like, and you make it, basically the baked potato becomes like a full meal, but you have all the toppings, so that's a fun one. Watch Halloween movies. Collect haunted village houses. Can and preserve the harvest. Back to school shopping. Restaurant passport, which is another thing that I've never done, but I've always wanted to. It's basically when you get like a book, you could do it on paper, quite honestly, but you write down all of the different restaurants somewhat in your area that you either want to try or that you want to go back to, like maybe you've already tried it and really loved it and want to visit again. And then you just, kind of check it off. Like, so, okay, every single time you then hit those restaurants, you mark it off, kind of like a passport. Backyard camping. Make apple butter or pumpkin butter. Oh, I think I've got this one twice. Oh no, that was go to a bookstore. This is go to a coffee shop. Have a self-care day. Go to a fall festival. Learn the thriller dance. Sit on the porch during a storm. Try all the seasonal Starbucks, Dunkin', and McCafe drinks. Try some seasonal treats from Trader Joe's. Start a new TV series or an old one. Honestly, two of the TV series that I really, really like are Friends, which I think I've seen every single episode, but I've never watched it from start all the way through. Another one that I really like is Schitt's Creek, which I have watched that one from beginning to end, but I would totally watch it again. And then one that I haven't watched, but I've heard such great things about is Gilmore Girls. So I may start that at some point during this season. Stock your pantry. Have mums and corn stalks on the porch. Have an afternoon bubble bath and nap. Crunch through the leaves. Watch Halloween Wars on Food Network. Have a breakfast tailgate. Change the clocks when they, obviously when the clocks fall back, and check the smoke alarm batteries. Visit Hobby Lobby, Joann's, Michael's, Target, etc., and see all the fall decor. And that's as far as I've gotten so far. I know there's definitely some more, but if you guys have any if you have any traditions every year that you do or your family does, or just ideas of things that you want to do, leave them in the comments below. Give me some ideas. I hope that those, this list gave you guys some ideas too. I'm so excited for autumn, and I don't know. I want to make this year super, super special. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today while I did some different things. I hope it was a fun vlog for you guys, and I will see you guys very soon.